Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of the internet's most hated Mafia-themed Geek podcast, the Long Coat Mafia podcast. It is I, the Reverend Godfather, the show's main host and frontman. If I sound a little bit out of it, that's because I am. I'm tired, I'm sore, it's been a long, rough week at my 9 to 5, and it's not going to get any better until the start of the year. So, that's beside the point. What am I here to talk to you all about? And I'm sure you all guessed it by now by looking at the title. We're going to be talking about Halo Reach. Why are we talking about Halo Reach this week? Well, for the most part, the Halo Reach DLC dropped for the Master Chief Collection this week. And I figured, since it's kind of close to the Christmas season or the holiday season, I wanted to kind of give it a review, and the Master Chief Collection as a whole a review, because I don't think when I picked it up many years ago I gave it a proper review. So that being said, let's call this segment a combination of review of Halo Reach and why games for cheap bastards like myself are important. Yes, I called myself a cheap bastard because kind of I am. I do buy a lot of stuff on the cheap, but I do not neglect quality. So there's that. And there are times that I do go for the more expensive thing, and as long as it is of value. That's why I kind of like stuff like the Master Chief Collection and a lot of the other revamps and redos that are kind of out there. Kind of like the Master Chief Collection, the Handsome Jack Collection. I think I forgot what they called the Dead Island Collection. Let's call it that for right now. And I think it was the BioShock Collection as well. The reason why these are important is because, granted, you all out there might not enjoy games like BioShock, Dead Island, Borderlands, or the Master Chief Collection, but the reason why a lot of this stuff is important is because they are of value in a way. Granted, for those of you who do not do console gaming, but you do PC gaming, I do understand the fact that Steam does a lot of sales, and you could get a lot of games on the cheap or next to nothing. And it's not just the indie games, and it's a lot of the mainstream games as well. So I'm not neglecting that, but I'm just sticking with the console games for the most part. And some of you might have noticed there, 3 of the 4 games I did bring up in my list are cross-platform, meaning the BioShock, Dead Island, and Handsome Jack Collection both are on the PS4 side of things as well. And the reason why that brings me to another point. The reason why I'm kind of bringing up the Master Chief Collection and these games is because this past Black Friday, I believe the PS4 was on sale at many locations, down to maybe about $200, if not a little bit less. And the same thing with the Xbox One S, I think it was. One of them was like, again, both were in and around the $200 range, which may mean that a lot of folks are getting either a PS4 or a Xbox One for Christmas. So if you got PS4 and Xbox One, congratulations on your system. And I know both systems, if you sign up for their, I won't say their premium service, but their non-free service, so let's put it like that, because I'm sure you could do a lot of stuff on the PS4 that is free, just like on the Xbox One side of things, there's a lot of stuff that you could do for free, meaning you could do videos like Netflix, Disney Plus, etc., etc., etc. But if you want to do more stuff like online play, meaning player versus player, multiplayer, if you will, or co-op with a lot of other players, you need the premium group or the premium services like PlayStation Plus and the Xbox Live Gold. And there's a lot of benefits to both as well. I think you get free game. I know on the Xbox One side of things you get free games with it. I think you do get the same thing with PS4. And there's co-op, there's chat, party chats, and everything else that goes with it. And one of the other additional things that you can get with your premium service on the Xbox One side of things is Game Pass. I think PS4 has something similar with their service, but I'm not fully in the know in regards to it. So if any of you out there who use a PS4, please fill me in regards to their additional streaming service and so forth and so on. But with Xbox One, I'm going to let you all know, they have something called Game Pass. And right about now, they have a deal, or they occasionally run a deal. You get three months for $1. So there's a lot of games, I think well over 100 games that are part of this program, which means you could play these games and try them, and you get a additional discount if you choose to pay for the games at a later date. Meaning, you figure, hey, my 3-month trial is up. I don't want to have Game Pass, but I like this game, and I like this game. Instead of paying X amount, let's take Halo Master Chief Collection, for example. Instead of paying $40, you pay, I think, $32 plus tax. So you get a discount on that. But there, like I said, there's that benefit. You get to play a lot of wide variety of games with this service. I'm kind of enjoying it a little bit, but I don't think I might renew it. It's an interesting aspect. But to get back on track a little bit, with the Master Chief Collection, the reason why I thought it was initially, when I got my system back late 2015, early 2016, the reason why I say that is because the unboxing video that I have on YouTube, on our show's YouTube account, is dated February 2016, but I think I got it in December 2015. But when I got my system, I got 2 games at a local mom and pop. I don't want to say mom and pop, but they are a local chain, meaning that at that particular time, a local chain of kind of retro gaming store, retro video game store, and they had a deal that time that you buy one brand new game, you get another game. I think it was a used game for equal or lesser value for half off. And the price for the Master Chief Collection was $50, and I got it for $25, which was an awesome deal, which meant at that time I got 4 complete games for a little bit more than $5 a piece. And what I did is, once I got the system and the game installed, I checked to see if there was any DLC. At that time, there was only one DLC for $10, and that DLC was Halo ODST. I forgot what ODST stands for, but in game canon, but that was the DLC. So in essence, for $10 extra, I paid like $35. I got 5 games for $35. Again, now it's up to about $7 a game. That's wonderful. But at that time, the Master Chief Collection was kind of buggy. There were known issues, crashes, but I did enjoy the game. I think I might have tried streaming the game a couple of times. I just never played more with it. I just sat on it for a little while, and at that time, one of my biggest issues with the Master Chief Collection was that a lot of the maps that I did in Forge, let me explain this in regards to it. Halo, since I want to say 3 maybe, I don't remember it being in 2, but I never really played 2 when it came out, or when I had my original Xbox. When I got my original Xbox, I'm not talking the 360, I'm talking the original Xbox. And I got Halo 2 for that. I don't remember seeing anything about Forge on that, but about 3 or 4 months later, I got a 360, and about that time, Halo 3 came out, and I started playing Halo 3. And I remember Forge being a part of Halo 3. Now, what is Forge, some of you might ask? Well, at that time, with I think, let's say, starting with Halo 3, Forge was a type of in-game mode where you could take some of the, if not all of the in-game multiplayer maps, strip them down to the bare bones map, and customize the maps to your liking. And therefore, you can make a player versus player map or a capture the flag map how you see fit. And it was wildly popular with a lot of the fans. And what Bungie did, the original folks behind Halo, was make 2 maps at that time, if I'm remembering correctly. Please bear with me. When Halo 3 came out, it was maybe 2008, I want to say. So it is over 10 years ago, me trying to remember this. For the sheer, like I said, the 2 maps that came out, they made strictly for the people who like to make custom maps, which meant wider options to use, more materials to out there for the players to customize these maps. And me, Big Candy, I think he created 1 or 2 maps himself, but it was mostly me and a friend of the show, Mad Eye Markey. We created a few local maps, a couple of maps on our own, and we put them up on the share map aspect of Halo 3. And fast forward years later, when I acquired the Master Chief Collection, I was kind of disappointed that they didn't allow the customization of the, or excuse me, the kind of the transfer of these custom maps over. And I was kind of disappointed in that. And when I tried to kind of go into the Forge mode for Halo 3 in the Master Chief Collection, the third game, it was very, very, just blown out of proportion. I didn't like the Forge for Halo 3 in the Master Chief Collection. Now, I know I'm giving you all a lot of information, but please, again, bear with me. Again, the reason why I think the Master Chief Collection is a great value, despite the fact that if you could find the game for $25 to $40 right now, especially if it's $30, you could find it for $30, get it, snag it. Especially if you have an Xbox One console, you're getting out of the box, so to speak, 4 games, Halo 1 through 4. You're getting all the multiplayer maps for each one of those games. You get not just, like I said, the the multiplayer maps. You get the optional Forge for 3 and 4. I think you also get... No, you don't get Firefight. If what else do you get? That's about it out of the box. Oh, 4, there's like for Halo 4, there's like an additional secondary campaign. It's only... you could probably complete this secondary campaign, if you want to call it that, in about 2 to 3 hours. It's nothing like the main storyline, but it's something additional that you have there for you to use or play. So you're getting multiplayer, 4 games, multiplayer, and an additional kind of secondary campaign. All for whatever the cost is of getting the game. Now, with the DLC, if you pick up ODST, you're getting another additional campaign. You're getting all the multiplayer maps that were released for it, and I think you also get Firefight, which is kind of waves of enemies coming towards you, and it's kind of like a survival mode sort of thing. But now, recently, they added Halo Reach. I guess the reason why they included Halo Reach is because it's about damn time that they released it, and the reason why they're releasing it now, or released it now, is because they considered, or I want to say considered, they decided to give those who game on their PCs or laptops the Master Chief Collection. So, and bring this game to PC users and players on the Windows platform. They decided to bring over Reach. And when I first heard this news, I think earlier this year, I think it was late last year when I found out this news and shared it to our Facebook page. I was ecstatic. Reach is finally coming to the Master Chief Collection. About time to blow off I can't wait. Can't wait to blow off the dust on my copy of the Master Chief Collection and play this DLC and snag it. And earlier this year, it was like 3 months ago, another article came out in regards to the Master Chief Collection and Halo Reach, which had me kind of confused. And that article stated that 6.5 million custom maps will also be coming to the Master Chief Collection and Halo 3. And the way they kind of worded it, I don't have it in front of me. It's been a long while since this article came out. And I shared it to our Facebook page, which, by the way, is facebook.com/The Lone Coat Mafia Podcast. But I remember how they worded it was the fact that it made it sound like Reach was already at one point out on laptops and desktop computers a while back, and therefore those were the maps being brought over to the Master Chief Collection. So I was wrong. Let me say that. Before I get into that, I was wrong on that. But I think I remember stating when I posted up that article to our show's Facebook page was, I would like to see how the map situation unfolds once it's released. Now, fast forward to this past Tuesday, December 3rd. I think it was a Tuesday. And I looked up, I snagged the Halo Reach DLC, and waited for it to properly drop that day. I think I picked it up on Monday, or pre-ordered it on Monday for a Tuesday drop. Little did I realize that Tuesday, when it dropped, that there was going to be a 42 gig update to this game. And you heard me right, 42 gig update. I think this update, even though it sounds pretty hefty, in recent is not as big as some other games. 476. No, sorry about this damn cold weather and all that. Nah, I kid you. Fallout 76 had a 72 gig or 76 gig. It was like a high amount in regards to their updates because of how bad Fallout 76 was in regards to needing updates. So, the thing is, I heard from at least one or two people, that they had problems installing the game, that for some ungodly reason, it wouldn't finish. It would download the update, but not install the actual update. No word in regards to it was because they didn't have enough room on their hard drive or what have you. But either way, that was not the only problem we heard reports on. Just slow downloads to get the update. We were one of those folks that it just seemed it was taking forever to update the game. But when it finally did update and we were able to play the Master Chief Collection, we saw a lot of the changes that were made to the game in and upon itself. Meaning the main load screen that did pop up has changed. It still feels a little clunky and off in regards to how it looks. It doesn't feel right. That you still have loads of menus to get to what you actually want to do. But even though that's there, it's very organized. It'll let you know. It'll ask you which multiplayer you want, what games to look for. It's very precise. You can customize a lot of options in regards to what part of multiplayer you want, what kind of forge you want, what different options and everything else. You can even customize and unlock different parts of to customize your Spartan or your character in a way. I started a lot of the graphics looked beautiful in Reach when I started to play Reach again and start going through the main campaign, and makes me want to try out the multiplayer for it. I have yet to do that. I will when things probably slow down. But there was a pleasant surprise waiting for me when I was fiddling around the Forge section of the game, because I wanted to deep dive into kind of what maps I understood that all the maps would be available for me to fiddle with in Forge, but I wanted to see how they looked and with the new graphic change, which I admit it was very well done. It's so polished, it's borderline on beautiful. But what was waiting for me that had me just shouting the Daniel Bryant yes chant for a good 5 to 10 minutes is the fact that the maps, the 6.5 million custom maps, was what they were actually talking about. Is that folks like myself who, from the start of Halo 3, made maps and put those maps for the share community. We now had the ability to download those maps for us to refiddle, to kind of redo, look over, see how well we could change it, and everything else. I had at least a half dozen maps that on the share for Halo Reach available, if not a little bit more. I had at least 3 maps for Halo 3, and I think 2 maps for Halo 4 that were up on share. Now, mind you, I have more maps for Halo Reach, but they were not allowed to be posted up in the share community under the sole fact that the person that helped me make those maps According to Bungie at the time, his name was offensive. People didn't like his name. And I don't mind, since he's not on Xbox Live anymore, I don't think he is. I haven't seen him around. I should check to see if he's part, but for a while he kind of was stating that he was going to leave Xbox Live and the whatnot. So his name at that time, when I first met him, was Silly as Mofo. And because of that name, now, during this time, early days, we built a lot of great maps and helped other folks in our friends lists make great maps. But since Bungie said your name's offensive, you gotta change it, I was unable to post any of those maps to the share or what have you. Now, because I don't have access to those drives and those particular games or what have you, I don't know if I could transfer them over through the cloud or anything like that. But I will say this: I'm happy for what I have. I was able to get. I downloaded them. I looked over, and wow! Yes, there's a few that I could polish. And one of the maps that is there and available to me, I'm going to announce it here. I'm going to be helping or be a part of a charity stream this upcoming February that Victims and Villains is going to be a part of. Or I think doing more information to come because everything's not really hammered out. What I'm going to be doing is probably revamping this map and redoing this map, pretty much shrinking it down a little bit, putting some polish on it, and making it look wonderful, and probably doing some multiplayer with Halo Reach because, well, our laptop is no longer a potato. So, what can I say? If you're getting an Xbox One, or you have an Xbox One, and kind of the first-person genre shooter is your thing, I do recommend getting the Master Chief Collection because it was kind of the pioneer of the first-person shooter. I won't say pioneer of the first-person shooter is not the best words, but it helped revamp and repopularize the first-person genre. Now, one of the things that someone kind of brought up in an article was the fact that I wouldn't say their review of it is that they revisited Halo Reach, and because they are so used to other first-person shooters like Destiny, Call of Duty, and a plethora of others, they forgot how kind of limited and challenging Halo Reach used to be, which is kind of a good thing. I might hop back into Halo Reach myself after this recording and fiddle with it and see how multiplayer is and see if I got the reasonable knack in regards to things and see if some of the old tricks in regards to getting achievements in it can be done. I know I tried that with the firefight for Halo Reach, and it's very, you can't really, there are some things you can do, but there are some things you can't. I have to go through the achievements. I have to go through, see what I can finagle to kind of, it's not cheating. Don't think it's cheating, but it's not cheating. To get those achievements. Now, I know earlier on I should have brought up the aspect of Nintendo and their Switch in regards to the holiday season. The thing is, well, I don't know if there's any kind of games for cheap bastards on the Halo Switch, for one thing. Not Halo Switch, Nintendo Switch. But the thing, for me, the Nintendo Switch is not really a good deal right now due to the fact that there is a drift issue with the Joy-Cons, and the from what I'm hearing, the Nintendo Switch Pro is having the same issues, and there is no way to kind of replace the Joy-Cons on the Pro, from what I'm hearing. But I just wanted to keep this episode strictly Halo Reach related. I do think Halo Reach for right now is a very good deal. I recommend picking it up if it's your thing, and spending the extra $20 if you pick it up through a used game shop, whether it be a retro game shop or a GameStop. So spending the extra $20 for both, or if you have the Game Pass, getting it through Game Pass, giving it a shot. I think both DLCs are free through the Game Pass, so check it out, play it, download some of the user-created maps. There are some maps that are really good and some that are not, because maybe that's something that we'll go into another day, or I'll leave for a live stream. So I might save that for the live stream that we're doing in February with Victims and Villains. Now, that being said, I'm going to do you guys a solid and keep this short by saying, if you enjoyed this episode, if you have any questions, comments, or remarks, you could always email us at longcoatmafia@gmail.com, or sending us a message through Facebook on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/The Lone Coat Mafia podcast. Or you'll leave a comment on the pinned post in regards to what episode you're listening to and how you want to join the conversation. We do have a Twitter and a Instagram account. Both of them are the same handle, Long Coat Mafia. So you can always leave us a direct message either through Twitter or Instagram. It's kind of hard for me to be active on both right now because of my schedule at my 9 to 5. But once everything starts to slow down, I will try to get back in the game with Twitter and Instagram. So that's that. Just one small favor: if you send us a direct message through Instagram or Twitter, just send us the message. Please just do not send a hello, because we are dealing with a whole mess of spam right now in regards to a lot of these porn accounts that are coming on and just saying hello. And when we respond, if we choose to respond, they tell us to please visit this site filled with live cams and all that hootenanny. So plus, let's see what else. We do have a YouTube channel, as stated before. I think I stated that before. Our YouTube channel, you have to search for it because we don't have the necessary subscriber count to change the combination of letters and numbers to an actual channel name in the link. So you have to search for the Long Coat Mafia podcast. If you do, we are the first channel, the only channel that comes up, even though YouTube wants to recommend some evil, nasty things in regards to instead of our channel, but that is YouTube. We're not evil. We're not. We're just butthead sometimes, but that's beside the point. While at our YouTube channel, we do ask you to hit that subscribe button, and if you like the videos, any of the videos that you see there, hit that like button. And because this show is also put up on YouTube through Podbean, so if you want to join the conversation on through YouTube, you can do so by leaving a comment down below. We'll either get back to you or read your comment on the air or email on the air. We will do that. That's right, we will do that. We have done that before in the past, and we will still continue to do that. And what else? We do have a Mixer and we do have a Twitch channel. Our Mixer channel is mixer.com/LCMP, and those letters are in capitalized. I don't think it really matters, but still, I feel like I should tell you that. And our Twitch channel is twitch.tv/Longcoat Mafia Pod. Links to all that fun jazz is in the description if you want to go there and bookmark it. As for where to find us, if you're listening to us secondhand, if you have a laptop or desktop computer, you can always get us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, plus our main website, which is thelongcoatmafia.podbean.com. Let's see, any place else? Nope. But I do recommend you bookmarking our site, which is, again, thelongcoatmafia.podbean.com, just in case Apple iTunes or any other places tend to be finicky and not find us for whatever reason. I've had that happen to myself with other podcasts that I listen to or used to listen to. So, therefore, bookmarking our main page allows you to guarantee you get our latest episode. And plus, it allows you to go back all the way to the beginning and listen to a lot of the great interviews we have, a lot of the great panels we managed to record, and the whole mess of hostfuls and creepypastas that we read in the past and everything else. You're more than welcome to go back in our back catalog and download those episodes and listen to them on your player of choice. That's on your computer. Or you could stream them on the website and listen to them there. Now, if you don't really have, again, if you're listening to us secondhand and you don't really have an internet connection, but you do have a laptop or desktop computer to listen to episodes on, you're more than welcome to snag our episodes by going to your local library and heading on to our main website and downloading our episodes to a thumb drive. Then you can listen to them on your convenience. As for those of you on the go, we are available on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Google Podcasts, Spotify, the Podbean app, which I recommend you having, just in case the other services, again, get finicky. You are able to visit our website through your mobile device by going to thelongcoatmafia.podbean.com, but you're going to need the Podbean app in order to get the episodes. What else? We do have a TikTok account. Link, our username is in the description down below. I do recommend for all of you out there subscribing to both our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. Again, our Facebook page is facebook.com/The Long Coat Mafia Podcast, because there are sometimes we put up Facebook exclusive videos, and sometimes we put up YouTube exclusive videos. Now, as for those of you who kind of listened to last week's episode, depending on what happens on the new year, things might change. When that happens, we will let you know through our social media accounts. So that's why also liking and following our social media will help you to find our content just in case things change, especially once COPPA drops on YouTube. So because of that, that's all I have to say. I hope all of you enjoy your week. Stay tuned for, I'm not sure exactly what's going to be dropping next week or going on next week, but still, stay tuned for next week. And after that, we have our Star Wars episode, so stay tuned for that. There's going to be a lot of fan nerd rage, hopefully, crossing our fingers. So take care, folks. I am out, and see you all again next week.
You've been listening to the Longcoat Mafia Podcast, the internet's most hated and mafia-themed geek podcast.